Have you ever found yourself staring at a spreadsheet, just knowing there's a single tiny error hiding somewhere in thousands of numbers? Well, there's a really powerful accounting tool designed to prevent that exact nightmare. It's called the control account. Think of it as a high-level checkup for your books, and in this explainer, we're going to see how it acts like a financial safety net that can save you hours, and I mean hours of frustration.
So here's what we've got on tap. We're going to start with that classic accounting headache, then I'll introduce you to the solution. After that, we'll break down how it all works for your sales and your purchases. And stick around because at the end, we'll uncover some pretty surprising benefits that go way beyond just catching mistakes.
All right, let's set the scene with a situation that probably keeps bookkeepers up at night. Imagine your business has made thousands of individual sales, thousands of purchase transactions this month. Everything feels like it's chugging along just fine, but then you go to close the books, you run the numbers, and...
Ugh, that sinking feeling, right? Your trial balance, that big summary that's supposed to show everything is perfectly balanced, it just doesn't add up. Something, somewhere, is wrong. And it could be anything. A simple typo, a decimal point in the wrong place, or maybe an entire entry just got missed.
This is the absolute definition of a needle in a haystack problem. I mean, can you imagine manually checking every single line item in your sales ledger and then your purchases ledger? It would be so overwhelming, so time-consuming, and let's be honest, just a soul-destroying task. There has to be a better way, right?
And thankfully, there is. This is where the control account swoops in to save the day. Instead of getting totally lost in all the tiny details, it's a tool designed to solve this exact problem by giving you this incredible bird's-eye view of your finances.
Okay, so that's the textbook definition. It sounds a little dry, I know, but here's what it really means. Instead of looking at thousands of individual transactions, a control account just groups them all into a few key totals. It's like a master summary. If your summary total matches the grand total of all the individual items, you know you're good. Your math is accurate. But if they don't match, you've at least narrowed down your search from a haystack to, I don't know, a handful of hay. You know what? To make this concept really stick, let's use a super simple analogy.
Okay, think about a grocery receipt. Your detailed sales ledger, that's like the long, itemized list of every single thing you bought. The milk, the bread, the eggs, you get it. But the control account, that's the big, bold total right at the bottom. Now, when you check your receipt, what's the very first thing you look at? The final total. If that number looks about right, you probably just move on with your day. But if it seems way too high, then you go back and check the individual items. See? A control account works the exact same way.
All right, let's put this into practice. We'll start with the money flowing into your business, specifically the money that your customers who buy on credit owe you.
Now, don't let the fancy names throw you off. Sales ledger control account or total trade receivables account, it's just a long way of saying, this is the grand total of what all our customers owe us right now. Simple as that.
So, how does the summary actually work? Well, it's all about simple logic. On one side, what accountants call the debit side, you've got everything that makes the total amount customers owe you go up. The big one, of course, is new credit sales. But you also have things like a customer's check bouncing, which means, hey, they owe you that money again. Then on the other side, the credit side, you have everything that makes what they owe you go down. Things like them actually paying you, or maybe returning some goods.
And really, this simple rule is everything. You don't have to memorize a giant list of items. All you have to do is ask one simple question. Does this transaction make our customers owe us more money or less? That's it. That simple logic tells you exactly which side of the account to put the transaction on.
Okay, now let's flip the coin and look at the other side of the business, the money that you owe to your suppliers.
And again, don't worry about the jargon. The purchases ledger control account or total trade payables account, that's just a straightforward summary of the grand total your business owes to all its suppliers for stuff you bought on credit.
And you'll see pretty quickly, the logic here is the exact inverse of what we just looked at. Anything that increases what you owe your suppliers, like buying more stuff on credit, goes in one column, and anything that decreases what you owe, like, paying your bills, goes in the other column.
Just like with the sales side, it all comes down to that simple, powerful logic. You just ask, does this transaction make us owe our suppliers more or less? The answer tells you exactly where that total goes. It's this beautiful, logical framework that makes control accounts so incredibly effective.
So we've clearly established that control accounts are brilliant for hunting down errors, but their value, it doesn't stop there. Not even close. In fact, these other benefits are the real reason why so many smart businesses rely on them as a serious management tool.
The strategic value here is just huge. Take fraud prevention. When you have a senior employee, someone who doesn't do the day-to-day data entry, prepare the control account, you get this crucial independent check on the numbers. For management, it's like having a financial dashboard. A manager can glance at one number and instantly know the total owed by customers and the total owed to suppliers. No digging required. This speed is also amazing for getting financial statements ready. So you see, it's not just about fixing mistakes, it's about better management, tighter security, and just plain old efficiency.
At the end of the day, a control account takes what could be a chaotic, messy ledger and boils it down to a single, manageable number. It's a tool for accuracy, for sure, but it's also a tool for getting a clearer, faster, and more secure handle on your business's financial health. So the question I want to leave you with is this. For anyone out there managing finances, could this simple summary be the real key to unlocking true financial clarity?